The statistics for where we live, honestly, they demand we have this conversation.
They really do.
So today we are doing a deep dive into proactive personal security because the stakes are they're incredibly high.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the numbers. Nevada is second in the U.S. for rates of domestic violence.
And here in Reno, the sexual assault rate is 2.5 times the national average. It's staggering.
And what makes this so critical is the timing. Our sources show that over 70% of women first experience intimate partner violence before they even turn 25.
Wow.
So this deep dive, it's not about creating fear. It's about building a framework, a robust safety plan that starts with you.
Exactly. So we're exploring this 4-layer system from your mindset all the way to your tactical safety net. We want to jump straight to the most actionable stuff, starting with layer 1. How you carry yourself.
Layer 1 is really just about refusing to be an easy target. The research talks about something called distraction vulnerability.
Okay, what's that?
It's when you're totally unaware, buried in your phone. An attacker sees that as a much less challenging mark. So that survival mindset, it starts with just being present.
Right. But how do you project that kind of authority without, looking like you're trying to start something with everyone? The source material gives these specific nonverbal cues. Stand tall, shoulders back, and then this one maintain comfortable visual engagement 40 to 60% of the time. How do you even measure that?
Well, it's about confident awareness, not confrontation. You're scanning your environment, not staring it down. And crucially, pay attention to your hands.
Your hands.
Yeah, they need to be visible, open. It signals confidence. There's a pro tip in our sources that's pretty blunt about it.
What's that?
Pockets are murderers of rapport. Keep your hands out. It projects control.
Okay, that makes sense. So the mind is ready. The presence is established.
Yeah.
Next up is the homework, right? Especially with online dating.
Absolutely. This is where layers 2 and 3, strategic preparation and tactics, come in. The mantra is trust but verify.
And we need concrete ways to do that.
We do. 2 essential vetting steps before you ever meet. First, a reverse image search. Use Google Images, Tiny, whatever. Make sure their photos aren't stolen from someone else's profile.
That's smart. And the second.
The mandatory video call. I mean, even a quick 5-minute chat is such a powerful screening tool. You can assess body language that text just can't show you.
So you're assessing the person before you're even in the same room. And for that first date, our sources are adamant about control. Control the environment and control your exit.
Always. Always choose busy, well-lit public places. A private home is just a hard pass until you've established significant trust.
And your own transportation.
You have to have your own transportation. It ensures you have an immediate out whenever you want one.
Okay, speaking of control, what about checking in with a friend? The strategic check-in call is actually better than a text, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. A call confirms you control your voice and your phone. An attacker can't send a fake, "I'm fine" text in your name.
But that can be so awkward to do on a date.
It can. That's why the sources recommend what they call the humor deflection script.
Right, which is that line, I always let a friend know where I am.
You could be a serial killer. Exactly. It uses humor to define the boundary.
And if the situation gets past awkward and just feels wrong, you are never, ever obligated to stay.
Never. And you need a pre-planned tactical exit. Our material suggests setting a check-in alarm on your phone for, say, 30 minutes in.
And that alarm becomes your out.
It's your excuse, the third-party crisis that no one's going to question.
Let's bridge that to the final layer, layer 4, boundaries and reinforcements. This feels more like psychological self-defense.
It is. The core principle is simple. Your no is a complete sentence.
And there's a quote in here that really reframes this.
Oh, it's fascinating. A healthy person sees a boundary as a guideline for how to treat you well.
A manipulator sees it as a challenge to be overcome.
And that's it. That's your primary red flag. Anyone who tries to negotiate or mock or just push past a limit you set.
We should also mention the tech that can help. Apps like Be Safe, where you can trigger an alarm with your voice. You don't even have to reach for your phone.
Or hardware. Things like the silent beacon. It's a discrete panic button, and it has a silent mode to listen into your environment.
And for our listeners in Northern Nevada, the legal context is super important.
Right. Nevada is a stand-your-ground state. That means you have no duty to retreat if you're not the aggressor.
But, and this is huge, but you have to remember the principle of proportionality.
Always. The force you use has to be proportional to the threat you're facing.
And if you do need immediate local support, please know the resources are there There's Safe Embrace in Sparks.
The Domestic Violence Resource Center in Reno and Crisis Support Services of Nevada.
It all comes back to that central idea.
It does. Developing a survival mindset. It's that shift from being a passive observer to taking decisive action and just refusing to be a victim.
So here's the challenge we'll leave you with this week. Identify one area of your life, maybe a boundary with a coworker, a situation on a date, a demand from family, and implement that principle of proportionality. Set the boundary and make the force of your no match the disrespect. Take that control.